Hey guys, welcome to my den. I hope you're all doing well. I'm Chingudeul, which literally means friend in Korean. It's not my real name, but it's one of my so-called nicknames. Think of me as your friend who's helping you stay up to date with K-dramas as well as Korean movies. I love making commentaries, reviews, and explanation videos about dramas, movies, characters, and etc. Grab your snacks because today's tea is about to be hot, hot, hot. Now We Are Breaking Up is a Korean drama that is currently on air via SBS Network. It was written by Kim Jae-in and produced by Lee Gil-bok. There will be 16 episodes in total. Each week, 2 episodes will be released, one on Friday and another one on Saturday. The drama stars Song Hye-kyo as Ha-young-eun, Jung Ki-young as Yoon Jae-guk, Jae-so as Won Ji-suk, Kim Jong-un as Sok Do-kun, Park Hyo-joo as Jeon Mi-suk, and Yoon Na-moo as Kwak Soo. The main leads of this drama are very talented and I'm looking forward to it. The supporting cast is promising as well, which is why I believe this drama is worth a shot. Now We Are Breaking Up tells the story of love and breakup in the lives of our 3 main couples. Ha-young-eun is the leader of a design team for a fashion company and she is known to be strict and cold-hearted. Yoon Jae-guk, on the other hand, is a popular fashion photographer. He's a freelancer. Yeon-eun and Jae-guk will meet and they will have feelings for each other, but only time will tell if the relationship will last. I found it interesting how Song Hye-kyo plays someone who is known as cold-hearted because this is how some people perceive her in the industry. Moving on, the second couple will be Sok Do-eun and Won Ji-suk. Do-eun also works in the fashion industry as a PR. He is known to be close to Yoon Jae-guk. Ji-suk, on the other hand, is the general director of the design team and the daughter of the company's owner. She dresses up in a flashy way, but inside she's very lonely. The last couple is married. Jeon Mi-suk is a housewife who was once a model with a carefree personality. She is married to Kwak Soo. The latter is a general manager at Sok Do-eun's company. He is very affectionate and in touch with his emotions. By the way, it's important to note that the 3 women went to high school together and are friends. I'm looking forward to discovering their chemistry, not only with each other, but also with their significant others. Now We Are Breaking Up promises to be a realistic drama, and I hope we come to see it just as that. Here are a few fun facts about the drama. This will be EXO Seon's comeback to the screen. I'm excited to see what his character will bring to the plot. The drama finished filming in September, and a couple weeks prior, actor Jung Ki-young enlisted in the South Korean military. This drama will take over the slot that was previously occupied by Won the Woman, and it will be Song Hye-kyo's return after her drama encounter. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the very first episode of Now We Are Breaking Up, while also sharing some of my own theories. I will be reviewing this drama 1 episode at a time because that's how I prefer to do it. I will be creating a playlist for this drama where I will post all my videos on it. The link will be in the description box. Quick disclaimer, the premiere of this Korean drama was rated 19+. Without further ado, let's get started. This episode opens up with a quote that says, "Pense librement et parle sans crainte de sa foi. Fais ça sans souci." This translates to think freely and talk with no fear of one's faith. Do this without fears. I think this line was meant to showcase how, as individuals, we should strive to express ourselves in a way that represents us. This is what Ha-young-eun and Yoon Jae-guk do, in my opinion. They express themselves freely and without fear. Both characters exude main character energy. This means that they know that they're the main character of their own lives. I love how we were introduced to the fashion world while giving basic information. I learned that as a designer, they design 4 collections a year. This, I think, is due to the fact that we have 4 seasons. Yeon-eun mentioned how trends are fleeting. This also goes with our emotions and feelings, in my opinion. These are fleeting at times, and they are constantly in a state of change. I agree with Yeon-eun when she said that the fact that nothing is forever is the only thing that remains the same. Because life is constantly in evolution, and that's the beauty of it. There's always something new and upcoming. Yeon-eun seems to be a realistic person, which is why she doesn't give her name to her one-night stand. She wasn't counting on running into him again. She could have clung onto the moment while believing that this was fate and that they would meet again. Yet she chose the realistic approach. When you think about it, the world is big, and so the chances of meeting a stranger again are very small. Off topic, but as a French speaker, I love hearing Young-eun speaking French. I thought that her accent was pretty good because I could understand what she was saying. The brief intro was interesting and it said a lot about the characters in my opinion. Young-eun doesn't cling to the things that she believes won't last, and she makes sure to distance herself from her one-night stands. Jae-guk is also there to enjoy the moment while doing only what he wants to do. Both characters are similar to each other when it comes to their values, so I wouldn't be surprised if they don't end up together in the end. I also wouldn't be surprised if one of them starts believing in love, and due to this, the other one feels burdened. Regardless of what happens between this couple, I think it will take a realistic turn, and I'm excited to watch it all unfold. The title of this episode was Fashion Comes and Goes, but Style Lasts Forever. There was also a quote from Coco Chanel that states, "I don't do fashion, I am fashion." Fast fashion itself is a response to the fleeting trends within the industry. There will definitely be a parallel between fashion and feelings/emotions in this drama, and this was made evident from the start. And this is why both of these things are simply enjoyed in the moment by Young-eun and Jae-guk. Young-eun works at The One, which is one of the largest companies in South Korea. Sono is part of The One and it is their fashion brand. Young-eun is a very valuable part of the company because she oversees various departments. Although she is a designer, Young-eun does much more than designing. I think this may be due to the fact that she also covers for Won Ji-suk. The latter is a general director of the fashion department, but she never does her job. If she didn't work at her father's company, I'm sure that Ji-suk would have been fired by now. Her dad knows that she often causes trouble, which is why he instructs Young-eun to watch over her. If we're being honest, Young-eun is basically babysitting Ji-suk while covering for her when she does things wrong. It baffles me that she's even present when Ji-suk has love troubles. The two women went to school together, but I think that may be the extent of their relationship. They don't seem like friends to me. I find Ji-suk to be very irresponsible, but her character also saddens me because she always gets herself into toxic relationships with people who only care about her wealth. Her boyfriend Jimmy only cared about his job and her money. Yet she kept chasing him and she even fought his one-night stand in order to protect his career. Even after hearing that he called her his expensive wallet, she was still crying over him. From the way Young-eun seemed over the situation, it's obvious that this is something that happens often. The fact that Young-eun has to oversee every single thing happening in Ji-suk's life to the point where she skips meals tells a lot about both women. It shows that Young-eun is willing to do anything for her job, for it is her pride. It also sheds light to the fact that Ji-suk needs a lot of character development. I hope that her dad will fire her in the future so that she can get herself together, but I don't see that happening anytime soon because he favors her. She's daddy's little girl. While discussing the terms of the company with Jimmy, Young-eun runs into Jae-guk in the elevator. He recognizes her right away, but she doesn't. The two meet again while on a blind date. Ji-suk had asked Young-eun to pretend to be her on the date because she didn't want to go. Jae-guk, on the other hand, was tricked by his friend, and that's how he ended up going on the date. He came to assume that Young-eun was a woman who had one-night stands at night and who worked all throughout the evening. I found it interesting how Jae-guk was focused on Young-eun during the entire date, and yet she was focused on her work. They both lived in the moment, but for Young-eun, her work is always part of her moment. It's important to note that Jae-guk is a misogynist, meaning that he doesn't want to get married. But despite knowing that, Do-eun helps Young-guk's mom, Mineo, trick Jae-guk into going on a blind date. Do-eun believes in love and in settling down with someone. This is something he wants for his best friend. I found it interesting how Do-eun mentioned how he's sad that no one takes love seriously anymore. It's true that some people don't take love as seriously as before, but that also has to do with the fact that some people simply don't believe in love. This may or may not be due to a past experience. Having a friend who wants you to be happy is great, but I must say that sometimes people find happiness in other ways of life, and so accepting that is also part of being a friend. I could tell that Do-eun and Ji-suk will be entangled in some shape or form. I'm curious as to how their relationship will form. But one thing I do know is that he will influence Ji-suk to change. Ji-suk will start to develop a crush on Jae-guk, and I think that Do-eun will attempt to play matchmaker. In the process, he will help Ji-suk realize the error in her ways so that she can become a better version of herself for herself. Keywords, for herself. You guys have probably noticed that everything that Ji-suk does has to do with a man. Her emotions fluctuate fast as well due to the man that she meets. She is easily depressed because of this, and in essence, her whole life revolves around her falling in love and giving her all in her relationships. I can tell that she thinks that all her relationships were love, but I dare to disagree. I think that she has never fallen in love, and this is also due to the fact that she doesn't love herself. Doeun will help her in that aspect, and the two will become friends. Doeun seems like such a genuine person, and I think that this may have caused people to take advantage of him in the past. I love how he has a life-work balance and that he gives his all into all that he does. Moving on, Younghoon ended up asking Jaeguk to photograph a few models for her because her team's old content was lost. She was very impressed by his pictures, and this was the moment when she remembered him from her one-night stand. I chuckled whenever Younghoon and her coworkers marveled at Jaeguk's pictures by mentioning how they looked professional, because he is a professional. Jaeguk takes pride in his pictures, and he doesn't want anyone to tamper with his creative process. If we're being honest, it's not easy to stick to your own content when hired to do a job. This is probably something that contributed to him becoming a sought-after photographer. Within the fashion industry, Jaeguk is known as Mr. J and Cookie. Every designer wants to work with him, even renowned designers like Olivier Saint-Sauveur. Despite being wanted by many, Jaeguk sticks to photographing only when he wants to and for whom he wants. He doesn't let himself get pressured by others. Being that certain of yourself and of your work is a beautiful thing. His belief in himself contributes big time to his demeanor and his energy. I have to say that I'm very impressed with Younghoon. She is a woman of character. This was made evident when she made her character Nari delete the pictures that the latter had taken of their competitors' designs. As a designer, Younghoon has integrity and pride. She's also not willing to hurt another designer for her own gain. Jaeguk seemed impressed by that aspect of her personality as well. I love how both of her main characters are strong and reliable. They are also true to themselves. Later on in the episode, Jaeguk overheard Younghoon discussing with Olivier. He told her that she should not waste her time with someone who doesn't recognize talent. Olivier was flabbergasted because he didn't know that the pictures were taken by Mr. J. I think this part was significant because it serves as a reminder that Olivier really wanted Jaeguk to work with him due to the money. Olivier also decided to not collab with Sono because Vance offered more money. Olivier wanted Jaeguk because the name Mr. J screams dollar signs. It was nice that Jaeguk told Younghoon to keep her head up because he saw her get humiliated. But I do hope that he doesn't help her in every single situation. We've seen firsthand that Younghoon is a great problem solver, and so I hope he doesn't always come to the rescue. In the teaser, we saw Jaeguk showing up at times where both Younghoon and Doeun were in predicaments. I hope that he won't become the sole problem solver because that would dim the other characters' lights. By the way, guys, in the beginning of the episode, Doeun mentioned how everything that comes from South Korea is a hit. Things like K-pop, K-dramas, K-fashion. This is true because South Korea is trending all over the world due to their music and as well as their K-dramas. We also see more and more fashion and makeup trends that originated from South Korea becoming more popular. That being said, we also have to agree that things like K-pop and K-dramas also becoming more and more influenced by Western culture. I never really gave much thought to South Korean fashion and how it influences other trends, so I'm looking forward to learning more and more through this drama. After Doeun mentioned this, we were briefly introduced to Kwak Suo. Suo works at Doeun's company, and he is married to Jung Mi-suk. Suo seems sweet and a hard worker thus far. He seems on top of everything. I don't have much to say about him though, because we haven't seen much of him so far. We got a glimpse into Mi-suk's life as a housewife. She spends her day at home cleaning. While she talked to Yoon on the phone, she mentioned how she was depressed. I think this may be due to the fact that she stays at home all the time. I wonder why she decided to become a housewife if she'd rather be elsewhere. Her whole demeanor seems small and sad. I have to say though that out of the three women, Younghoon and Mi-suk are the only true friends in my eyes. I wonder how the three women became who they are and why their relationship developed as such. We were also introduced to Ha Taek-soo, Kang Jong-ja, and Min Hae-ok. Taek-soo and Jong-ja are Younghoon's parents, and they seem to want her to get married. As previously mentioned, Yeok is Jaeguk's mother. Her husband used to be a doctor and he passed away. Yeok and Jong-ja attend the same culinary class. The latter seems to be jealous of the former. I wonder if any sort of friendship or relationship will develop between the two women. Either way, I can't wait to see more of them. On another note, I think that the reason why Yoongun no longer believes in love is because she was burned by her last lover. Judging by the teaser, his name was probably Yoon Suwon. Jaeguk seems to know that person as well, and I wonder how. A lot of times people stop believing in love because of their past relationships, which is unfortunate. I hope that Yoongun will eventually heal from her past. Anyways, that was it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Episode 2 is currently out and you can find it on Viki, Drama Cool, and other online websites. I will be reviewing that episode shortly. Also, I know I haven't posted in a while. I've been preoccupied with a few things, but I'm trying to be more disciplined. Plus, I enjoy talking about K-dramas and sharing with you guys. I've noticed that I also prefer making a video per episode, so I will be doing just that. I'm currently working on a spoilers/theories/introduction video for Snowdrop because it's a drama that I've been looking forward to since last year. I'm waiting for the official character posters for all the main cast and the official trailer to be posted. But yes, be on the lookout for that video. If you like this video and want to see more from me, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Take care, and God bless y'all, and until next time, bye!